Yes, I am. True. Funny. Tim Black. I am TimBlack.com. Tim Black.
Oh. What up, people? How you doing? My name is Tim Black. Welcome to the Tim Black at Night show. Thank you. Had a little problem today with the restreamer, the encoder that we were using in order to stream the show. So, like I've been saying, folks, we got some problems, some little hurdles we got to deal with, but we're good to go. We're back today. So, how you guys doing? Tim Black's Wolf Pack is in the house. That's right. My people. Hope you're feeling well. That's right. Man, it's getting a little chilly here in the D.C. area. Starting to get a little bit of hawk out there in the wind. As it pushes you down the sidewalk a little bit. Makes you step a little faster, guys. So, yeah, we got our coffee here. We got our show here. We got everything set up. I want to thank everybody who tuned in. I got some new people that joined me on Roku. So I want to thank my new people on Roku. Thank you. That's what's up. We doing it. Yeah, and it's crazy, man. It really is crazy, guys. But check this out. Let's get right to the stories, and we'll laugh as we go through this because there's some things that are funny, some things that are just hilarious, and then there's some things that are just sad. Okay? So we're going to hit on all sad, funny, kind of funny, pathetic stories we got lined up for today. CNN is suing Donald Trump and the Trump White House, several people in his administration. We got Melania Trump calls for someone to be fired. We got an issue in Michigan, a story from Michigan of a person who did a very dumb thing, a very dangerous thing, and now is going to pay the cost for that. We got some kids in Wisconsin that did a very stupid thing. I don't know what they were thinking about, and I don't know what's going to happen with that, but we're going to cover it. But we'd like to start with this. Ocasio-Cortez, y'all. Come on now, get up for Ocasio. Booyah. Booyah. Ocasio-Cortez in his house. Now, we all know Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. She won the New York, I think it's the 14th District, Bronx, right? And we knew that she was going to win because basically her challenger was a potato. Yes, it was a potato. So we were all feeling pretty good about that because we had someone going in who was saying the right things. She seemed to be someone with an agenda that was with the right type of mindset that was no compromise, take no prisoners. We're going in to get some Medicare for all. We want to raise that minimum wage. We want to give people opportunity. We want to get rid of the prison industrial complex. We want to fight for these things that matter to the people of her district. That's right. We were pumped up. Yeah. Woo! Like one of them white guys. I party with some white guys that do that. They are fun to drink with, but it's still a little scary. They go, woo, to Black, man. Yes, my brother. And they just be down in them beers. So that's how we felt about Ocasio-Cortez, man. We were pumped up about it. Well, then there was some dips and dives, you know. Politics is a dangerous thing. It has a way of transforming people once they get in order to survive, in order to try to maintain balance, trying to figure out how things work. You know, there was some times there we thought Ocasio wasn't going to do what we thought she was going to do. Thought maybe, and look, as bad as it may sound, it's like Look, guys, we've all been duped so many times before that, we always got to keep our guard up with people. And I don't fault anybody out there for being skeptical about anyone. No one should fault you for being skeptical. If somebody faults you for being skeptical, they must not be taken seriously the amount of rigging, corruption, backstabbery, skullduggery, and fuckery that happens on a daily basis in this country. Like, you shouldn't fault somebody. You meet somebody good in your life and they're real hesitant, they're slow walking it, don't be upset with them, man. They probably been through a lot, and a lot of the voters have been through a lot. Well, anyway, Ocasio-Cortez, she did something that some people didn't think she was going to do, and that is she challenged the establishment on their own turf. She challenged them. That's right. I, for one, am very happy to see it. Ocasio-Cortez joins climate change protesters outside Nancy Pelosi's office during her first day on Capitol Hill. Yeah. And I can hear right now the naysayers. I see you, naysayer. I see you and I hear you. You're thinking, oh, Tim Black, so what? So what she's challenging Nancy Pelosi? Well, it's more than what you and I are doing. Hey, I'll put myself in that group. It's more than what you and I are doing. I'm making digital content. What you doing? Complaining. You're pissed off. This person's putting their butt on the line. They're putting their career on the line. You know how powerful Nancy Pelosi is? Let me continue. Ocasio-Cortez rallies to stop all fossil fuel production. Moments after arriving on Capitol Hill for freshman orientation, Representative-elect Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Democrat from New York, went to the office of House Minority Leader Nancy Pelosi, Democrat for California. It wasn't to speak with Pelosi about her run for House speakership, but to join an impromptu sit-in outside of Pelosi's office to push for congressional action on climate change. Now, this is Ocasio talking here. This is a quote. It says, "We need to tell her that we've got her back in showing and pursuing the most progressive energy agenda that this country has ever seen." And everyone around here were holding up green jobs for all signs. Green jobs for all. So she wants Nancy Pelosi to know, hey, don't give me that you can't get it done because you don't have support. Because here go all the people that support this action. And there's a lot of us, and we support this action. So don't give me that you can't do it because you don't think the American people want a Green New Deal. We do want a Green New Deal. It's just a lot of Americans don't know what a Green New Deal is. They're thinking, what's going on? The beanstalk guy's going to show up? What's happening? What somebody going to come cut grass? What's going on? Green New Deal. What's this greenery? Marijuana? You trying to pass marijuana legislation? What's happening with the greenery? Snoop Dogg going to the White House? What do you mean about the Green New Deal, Tim Black? Green New Deal is where we better our environment. Green New Deal is where we provide jobs and people working to help the environment better, to clean up our environment, to combat climate change. Like a Green New Deal is where we say, you know what, we don't need to go down the road of fossil fuels and oil. We can go clean energy. We can work towards that, and we can create new jobs for real people in a new day, today, right? For a new way of us to generate economy and save the planet. Working together, my brother and sister. That's the Green New Deal. That's what that is. Now, let me tell you a little bit about the protesters, right? So the protesters want Democratic leaders to put forward a Green New Deal that includes a swift transition, 100% renewable energy, in line with findings of a recent report on climate change by the United Nations. Fox News learned 51 protesters were arrested Tuesday after refusing to leave a hallway outside Nancy Pelosi's office. Now, I'm just going to hope Ocasio was not of those people arrested, because Ocasio has work to do. We don't need her getting arrested. She got a job to do. Now, according to this report, Nancy Pelosi was not at her office. She was in New York City. She has been a major advocate for the battle against climate change, and the protesters were hoping to pressure the presumptive new House Speaker to push to put climate change on the agenda when the new Congress starts session in January. She has pledged to reinstate a special committee on climate change after Democrats take control of the House. And here goes another quote. "We are inspired by the energy and the activism of the many young activists and advocates leading the way on the climate crisis." Climate crisis which threatens the health, the economic security, and the futures of our communities. Now, that's what Pelosi said on Tuesday. "We welcome the presence of these activists, and we strongly urge the Capitol Police to allow them to continue to organize and participate in our democracy." Okay, I like that. I like that. I like it. I like it like that. Listen, y'all, listen. This thing that you see going on in California right now, the fires, this thing we've seen the last couple of months, the floods, unprecedented amount of floods throughout our nation, scientists believe that is in part due to climate change. All right, so climate change is a real thing. Don't you listen to Donald Trump. Don't you go listen to these Republicans who are making money off fossil fuels, who would be hurt by a Green New Deal because it'll tap into the supplies of money that they generate from oil and coal and other means that that don't improve our environment. Don't you listen to these people who have a vested interest in making money in a way that's diametrically opposed to combating climate change. If you want your children to have a place to live, unless you got another Earth just somewhere they could travel to, like, you got another Earth behind you or in storage, you got another Earth they can live on and lay away. Well, we need to band together on this and become a little bit more familiar with it and start pushing our politicians in the direction of a Green New Deal. All right, so give it up for Ocasio-Cortez. I get credit where it's due. And I'm not so jaded where I say everybody's just doing that, just doing it to be doing it. I mean, she protested, but she ain't protest. I mean, she showed up, but she ain't show up. Like, I don't want to be that guy. I will support you when you do the right thing. See, some people gave me hell because I called out Ocasio when I thought she was going the wrong way. Well, that's my job. Your job is to be emotionally attached to these individual candidates, and my job is to hold people accountable. So give it up for that one more time. You're doing your job. Yeah. Speaking of doing one's job, Melania Trump, and this is strange, guys. I wasn't really ready for this. I don't know what to make of this all the way. Melania Trump calls for national security aide Mira Ricardo's firing. All right, I got a clip about it. Let's check it out together.
A White House official, the president has made the decision to remove and indeed fire this national security advisor.
Back up.
Jeff, let's start with the shocker of this all. What do we know about why the First Lady is publicly calling for a senior national security staffer to be fired, and has that staffer been fired?
Well, Jacob, all the dramas and all the shakeups here at the White House, and there have been many over the last year and 3/4 or so, this certainly is an unusual one, largely because it's the East Wing firing a shot across the bow at the West Wing. Of course, the East Wing is where the First Lady's office works. But I was told just a moment ago by a White House official, the president has made the decision to remove and indeed fire this national security advisor, the deputy national security advisor. She's not being escorted out of the White House, as some reports indicated. She's being given a little bit of time to collect her things, but it comes after there was a bit of drama on the First Lady's trip last month to Africa. There was some back and forth, some disrespect in the eyes of some advisors to the First Lady. Now, this is all coming as this deputy national security advisor today happened to be standing only a few feet behind the president at a different event. So it makes the timing of this very curious.
I've never seen anything like this, a First Lady publicly calling for a national security official to be fired. Your reaction?
Last time I checked, we didn't have a royal family, but they sure do like to act like it. Listen, if there is insubordination or something really foul at hand here, okay, let's hear it. But I think we all should be concerned because the First Lady is calling for the firing of a national security advisor. Last time I checked, the First Lady didn't have any national security experience.
Whoa. Shots fired. Shots fired up in this mofo. What is going on? Wow. Okay, so, yeah, you heard right. Melania Trump's calling for the firing of national security advisor, and it looks like Trump has sided with his wife. Seems strange to me that a wife or a First Lady would call for someone to be dismissed from the administration, the president's administration. I mean, it's not like you're just throwing somebody out of a party. You know, your wife might get pissed off at one of your friends who knocked the drink over again in the living room, and she's like, that's it. Tell Jerry he got to go. Tell Jerry he got to get the hell out of my house. This is different. Melania wasn't elected to do anything. You know, I put up with a lot, you know, trying to thread the needle on politics and somehow keep a little bit of decorum. I think, you know what? I think screw decorum. You know what? I think people that watch Tim Black Show don't give a damn about decorum. What I think you care about is a straight shooter. So let me tell you this. Melania Trump, look, I have no problem with people who do centerfolds or stripping or poses. One of my good friends is a dancer, but she's an acrobatic dancer. She does like plays. She does burlesque. Okay, so I got respect for people who are in the arts, but I don't consider what Melania Trump did in the previous, before her husband, before she got married to Donald Trump. I don't consider it art. What I find very funny is that there are people who put Melania Trump up here and they put Michelle Obama down there. Now just imagine if Michelle Obama would have weighed in and said publicly that she wanted to get rid of someone in Obama's administration. Just imagine what the backlash would have looked like on the right. Oh, they would have had a field day calling Michelle Obama all kinds of rude, manly, overbearing. Just imagine all the racist vitriol that would have came from those bastards on the right over that. See, this is what I don't like. There are people who watch my show who, for some reason, don't understand we have a very racist country. They're very racist. But you know, part of the reason why they don't get it is because they're part of it. Now, Melania Trump can call for the firing of a national security advisor, someone who's worked hard. Now, I don't even know the politics or what this person's about, this national security advisor, Mira Ricardel. I don't know anything about her. But I do know that she's probably earned her position and probably knows a lot more about security and about government affairs and about politics than Melania Trump. And if the shoe was on the other foot, once again, and this was Michelle Obama telling Obama he needed to get rid of somebody out of his staff because she didn't like him or they had a disagreement, well, I think they'd be hell to pay, and it would be everywhere, as far as the Republicans would be everywhere shellacking Michelle Obama and Obama for caving in to the plea, to what his wife requested. Oh my God, they would have called Obama weak as hell for giving in to his wife. And then there would have been memes of Michelle. Come on, guys. There would have been memes of Michelle Obama with one of them bread rollers in her hand. Obama be like this. Michelle Obama be with the bread roller. You better fire him. You better get him up out of here. Come on, guys. You know I'm right. You know I'm right. This is America. We know how they do. But now they're quiet. Now they're quiet. I haven't heard shit from Sean Hannity. Where's Tucker Carlson now? Everybody say, oh, you got to feel bad for Tucker Carlson. He gets things right, more right than most of the other mainstream. Whatever. Where's Tucker Carlson on this one? Where's his clip? Is this clip sound anything like this clip? Huh? I'm waiting to hear it. I'm waiting to hear Tucker Carlson point out the hypocrisy of the right being silent about an overbearing Melania Trump who got caught up in her feelings. Yo, Kiki, do you love me? Did you really, really, really want me down? Don't you feel you? And I need you. And I never, I mean, come on. My feelings, really on my dinner, really on my feelings. She catches feelings and she's dismissing. And look, and I'm upset. I'm upset that no one's calling this out. But it really starts with Donald Trump because Donald Trump is the one who's caving in to his wife's suggestion or demands. And something she has nothing to do with. See, Donald Trump should say, hey, I done come on your photo shoots and kick suntan lotion out of your hand or whatever that was you was doing, or kick female girls you kissed in pictures out of the pictures. I didn't show up on your job trying to direct traffic. Why you on my job trying to direct traffic? Huh? Okay. But he talks tough and berates black women. It's okay, but he can't even tell his wife to go somewhere and have several seats. Let me run the country. But he can tell Steve Acosta, shut your ass up and let me run the country, and tell April Ryan to shut up, and these people are stupid questions, and everybody's stupid. But then he's good henpecked by his wife about a national security advisor. I just find it backwards, that's all. I just find y'all hypocritical as hell, is all. That's all I'm saying. Like I said, Mira Cardell could be a horrible national security advisor. She could be. I have no idea. But that should be up to Donald Trump, right? And that should be up to, Donald Trump inevitably, if that person is such a horrible. And the fact that we just saw a picture of her at a trip with Trump and everything looked fine. So, there we go. We're going to leave that one there. Leave it there, guys. Leave it there. But we gotta do better, Trump. We gotta do better. Oh, we gotta do better. All right. That sounded loud too, didn't it? Okay, so now we got a couple other stories, guys, we'd like to get to. Let's get rid of that one. But before we get to those other stories, this is where I remind you that if you like this show, well, guess what? This show is brought to you by TimBlackTV.com. It's not brought to you by the DNC. It's not brought to you by the GOP. It's not brought to you by Turning Point USA or Impact or any Democratic organization or Soros or Koch brothers. It's brought to you by viewers like you who actually care about the show. You know, it's actually brought by those people. It's not brought to you by people who want to use the show to try to amplify their own causes. No, it's brought to you by viewers who just say, you know what, Tim, give us the news. Give it to us straight. And don't lie to us, Tim Black. And be yourself, Tim Black. And that's what I try to do. So look, if you like that type of reporting, if you like news that is real, honest, straightforward, not cheerleading for either side, just calling it like we see it, well, become a member of my Tim Black Wolfpack by going to patreon.com, Tim Seg Live, or you can become a member on YouTube as well. We already got some great people. We welcome you aboard. All right, y'all. All right. There's always something going on. There's always something to report. Yeah, here goes one. I don't know what to make of this.
Sorry, good morning, Adrian.
Good morning to you too, George. This controversial prom photo has a lot of people talking and a school investigating as to whether or not it's a display of hate.
A school is now investigating after this photo, recently shared online, shows students in a perplexing pose. Dozens of boys from Wisconsin's Baraboo High School gathered on the courthouse steps, many raising their outstretched arms in what is being criticized as an apparent Nazi salute while smiling. Others keep their arms down. The picture was taken in the spring before junior prom, but only recently went viral on Twitter. One of the boys is seen making a gesture which is recently being used by white supremacists online. The photographer who took the picture told the ABC station WISN he just told the boys to say goodbye.
I'd said to them, okay, boys, you're going to say goodbye to your parents, so wave. By the time I took the picture, there are all different stages of waving goodbye.
Jordan Blue was in the photo but refused to raise his hand because he says he felt uncomfortable.
The photographer told us to raise our hand kind of in a way, and I knew at that point that some of my classmates are very immature, so I didn't want to do that, and I saw what was happening and I felt so upset.
The Baraboo School District Administrator tweeted out on Monday, the photo of students posted to #BarabooProud is not reflective of the educational values and beliefs of the School District of Baraboo. The district will pursue any and all available and appropriate actions, including legal, to address. And overnight, several in the community met on those same courthouse steps to send a message of love and unity.
And there have been a lot of responses on Twitter saying that this pose is not indicative of this tight-knit community. The school district has yet to say whether any of the students would face any disciplinary action like suspension or expulsion. And again, school district and local authorities are looking into this.
House steps, many raising their outstretched arms in what is being criticized as an apparent Nazi salute while...
All right, we're gonna leave that. I want to leave that there because I want to have this backdrop for this little piece we're gonna do here on this. You know, I'm pretty sure I got some people watching the show right now who were born at night. Yeah, some of you were probably born at night between, the hours of 9 p.m. and, I don't know, before sunset or sunrise at 5 a.m. or 5:30. But I got a feeling that nobody watching the show was born last night. Meaning you have been on this earth long enough to know when you hear some bullshit. This, ladies and gentlemen, right here behind me, what you just heard, the excuses you just heard from the photographer and from the young man who was participated, who did not raise his hand but was there inside the photograph, is a bunch of BS. Oh yeah, it's a bunch of BS, y'all. Come on, man. He told them to wave and they had it already planned out. When they tell us to wave, y'all, you know what we gonna do? Let's give them a Nazi salute. Yeah, let's Nazi salute. Come on, man. It had to be planned. Now, some people decided not to do it, just like the young man that was here. But come on, for him to, I guess he doesn't want to get beat up. You know? He don't want to get beat up. He don't want to be a snitch, because snitches get stitches. But it's very obvious that this was a planned out game, right? This is a stunt. This was a stunt by these kids. Now, what should happen to them for it? I don't know. Nothing. I don't think anything should happen other than they be embarrassed. And I don't think they should lose their lives, their livelihoods, or their careers before they get started, or anything like that. I don't think that, okay? I think it was stupid. I think it's embarrassing to the parents more than anything else. That's why the parents are all like this. This is what we're really about, love. And your kids are about something else totally different. But once again, as bad as this is, I can't think of anything. I mean, what I'm saying is I don't want their identities to be exposed. You know how the internet will do you. I don't want their identities to be exposed. I don't want them to face any type of legal ramifications. I don't think this is a hate crime. I think it's just bad manners. I think it's just bad, okay? Bad, bad, bad. And I don't know what you do. Maybe they could clean up the school. Maybe they could do some community work. I don't know. But I don't think it should be anything that publicly hurts their lives forever. All right? So that's how I feel about it. But please do me a favor. Don't lie to me and try to make me believe that that's just them waving goodbye. Who the hell waves like that? You know, this is, you know, come on, y'all. Come on. All right, y'all. All right. I tell you, they try to pass anything off on you. Hey, Wisconsin, man, what kind of school was that? I didn't even see a dark-skinned Latino in that picture. No Asians, no Latinos, no nothing. What kind of coffee is that? All right, let's go to. Tell me, it don't have to be diverse everywhere. Yeah, I know, mofo, I know. Let's see if we have. This thing's kind of getting me here. Let me move that over here. There we go. Little something. I feel like everything's all trapped. Now we got a couple more stories we want to get to. How about this? How we go to CNN? Let's go to CNN, guys, because I'm still trying to figure this out. Now, many of you may be aware of what happened with Donald Trump, right? With the, we know he had an altercation with Steve DaCosta, back and forth. We covered that on the show. We covered what the Republicans were trying to say and what the Democrats were trying to say as far as who was bad, who was wrong, if there was actually an assault that occurred between the altercation. And as I stated before, I don't think it was assault. I think it was a disagreement. But it turns out just maybe, I was a little bit too lax on what Donald Trump was trying to do. See, when they took Steve Acosta's press membership or press access, they may have been doing something that was illegal. So anyway, here we go. We got a clip about it, and let's get into it.
Are you worried?
That's enough. That's enough.
Mr. President,
that's
I was
enough.
going to ask one of the other folks.
That's enough.
Pardon me, ma'am. Mr.
Excuse
President,
me. That's enough.
Mr. President, I have one of the questions, if I may ask, on the Russia investigation. Are you concerned that you may have?
I'm not concerned about anything with the Russian investigation because it's a hoax. That's enough. Put down the mic.
Mr. President, are you worried about indictments coming down in this investigation? Mr. President.
I'll tell you what, CNN should be ashamed of itself having you working for them. You are a rude, terrible person. You shouldn't be working for CNN.
Okay, so that was the clip. Well, actually, we already saw that clip. But for anyone who hadn't seen it, well, there you go. You got to see it. So now CNN is suing the Trump administration for revoking I said Steve Acosta, didn't I? Jim Acosta's credentials. That's bad. So Jim Acosta's credentials have been revoked. He's no longer able to report, to show up at the press briefings at the White House. So CNN has sued the Trump administration Tuesday to return White House correspondent Jim Acosta's press credentials. The wrongful revocation of these credentials violates CNN and Acosta's First Amendment rights of freedom of the press and their Fifth Amendment rights of due process, the network said in a statement. Both CNN and Mr. Ocasio also filed for a restraining order requesting that the court order the administration to reinstate the White House credentials. They argue that not doing so would be a detriment to the public as well as Mr. Acosta. The filing highlighted a record of Mr. Trump's multiple statements disparaging CNN in public. Wow. Press Secretary Sarah Huckabee Sanders dismissed the CNN lawsuit as grandstanding. She argued that the news organization has almost 50 hard passes, and Mr. Acosta is no more or less special than any other media outlet or reporter with respect to the First Amendment. Mr. Acosta had his hard White House press pass revoked on Wednesday after sparring with President Trump, as we just showed you during a press conference. So, like, originally, guys, when this first broke, right, I looked at it and I said, you know what, I don't see anything here. If he gets suspended because they had an argument, I'm thinking, well, it's the press. It's the White House. It's private property of the United States government, and they can kick out whoever they want to kick out, right? But maybe I wasn't looking at it legally. Like maybe I don't know. Is there a precedent for this? Has a press secretary, has a member of the press ever been kicked out from the White House or from the White House press pool or whatever? I don't know. Like, I need your help on this one because I really don't know, guys. I thought there was nothing to it, but there may be something to it. Is it a violation of First Amendment rights, freedom of speech, freedom of the press, to not be able to cover the president? What if they let him in, but they just never called on him? Is that also a violation of First Amendment? So it gets a little dicey. I consider myself a member of the press. The fact that I do not have press credentials, I live in D.C., I'd love to go cover the White House. The fact that I can't get a pass, can I then sue the White House for not letting Tim Black go to White House press conferences? Or is it just reserved for CNN? Like, is CNN the only one? CNN the only, like can independent media sue Trump and Sarah Huckabee Sanders and anybody else? Anybody else in the White House administration for not letting me join in? Just asking, man, because I'd really love to show up and cover and ask questions. Just a thought, guys. Let me know what you think in the comment section, guys. My people in my chat, Tim Black's Wolfpack. Let me know what you think. I'm really not sure. Intuition tells me that there was nothing there, but if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. So help me out. Let's figure it out together, shall we? All right.
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
Let me add one thing to this, right? There are 7 defendants listed in this suit, including Trump, Chief of Staff John Kelly, Sarah Huckabee Sanders, Deputy Chief of Staff Bill Shine, Secret Service Director Joseph Clancy, and John Doe, who's a Secret Service officer who took away Acosta's press pass. And it says those 6 defendants are all named because of their roles in enforcing and announcing Acosta's suspension. It's interesting stuff, man. Interesting stuff. I tell you. Oh, man. All right, guys. Now.
I think that's unfair.
You're a very rude person.
Very rude person. Now, I don't know, some of you may remember a story that took place in Michigan. It was very recent that this kind of came out, but it was actually a situation where a homeowner, a young teen, comes up to the door of a home. He's walking to school. He's new to a neighborhood. He's trying to find a school, and he stops by a house just indiscriminately, like, maybe someone here could tell me which way I need to go to get to the school because I missed the bus. And instead of getting directions, he almost got killed. Literally. All right, so here goes a clip in case anyone missed it. I have an update on this story I'd love to share with you. Now, this is a young man walking up to, let's back that up just a little bit. So this young man you see here is walking up to the door. That is young Brennan Walker. Young Mr. Brennan Walker. He's only 14 years old. This happened in Pontiac, Michigan. April 12th. He missed a school bus, and he knocked on this door here of this home in Rochester Hills. because he wanted help in getting to school. He was looking for directions of which way to go to get to the school. And someone answers the door. And I don't think he got helped. Okay. So there you can see what happened. As you can see there. God, that's not a good picture behind me at all. Guess I'll have to just let that one be. Okay. Okay, so the man that you can see in the video who shot the shotgun, his name is Jeffrey Ziegler. Okay. He's a retired fireman. Well, he was just sentenced to 4 years in prison for shooting at Brennan Walker. Mr. Ziegler was, he's going to serve a term of at least 4 years in prison for shooting that gun. And that's a great thing, y'all. It's a great thing because, for one, Brennan Walker could have been killed. That's one reason. Could have killed a young man for no damn reason at all. The second reason is he lied. Jeffrey Ziegler lied and said when he walked outside his home after a strange man knocked on his door, for some reason, black kids are always seen as grown-ass men, no matter how old they are. Tamir Scott, who was 12, was seen as a grown-ass man. Trayvon Martin, as you know, was a grown-ass man. And, of course, Brennan Walker at 14 was a mysterious grown-ass man. Our kids, our babies are always grown-ass men to some people for some reason. But anyway, he said that Jeffrey Ziegler said he did not shoot at the boy on purpose, but that he had slipped and the gun accidentally discharged. Folks, did I miss something? Did it look like he slipped to y'all? Is that what looked like happened there? Does it look like Mr. Ziegler accidentally slipped on the wet pavement? Is that what that looks like? Let me make sure, man. It looked to me like he aimed his gun and shot. But let's look at real quick. Yeah, that looks like a shot. Then he walked down to see, did I get him? Oh shit, I didn't get him. Next time, need to work on my shooting. That's what it looked like to me, y'all. That's what I saw. I saw Jeffrey Ziegler point, aim, and then shoot. Then look to see if he got a mofo. Then, there have been some things that were released about the case, like lived in such fear that someone's going to break in their home. When really, this wasn't a recent thing. And it turned out it was a friend of someone that they knew that used to stay in the residence. Not this teenager, 14-year-old teenager that knocked on your door one morning in broad daylight and rang the bell with no tools in his hand or any of that. And yeah, I know there's people out there going, yeah, well, sometimes crooks use ringing the doorbell as an excuse to break in your house. Well, you know what? You're right. Some people, there are crooks that do that. But if you are a homeowner, right, and you have a gun, you should kind of make sure that's what's going on, because you can't just shoot at people who cause no threat to you, who are running from your home. You can't do it. So that's not an excuse of you being able to take the law into your own hands. That somebody you saw, you heard, that sometimes people are ringing the doorbell to see if you home before they break into your house. Yeah, okay. You know what? This isn't an episode of CSI. This is real life. And in real life, your ass don't get to walk out on your front porch and just shoot at people. Could have killed this young man for no reason at all. Stop making excuses for people doing the wrong thing. I said stop making excuses for people doing the wrong thing. All right, guys. Now, the last thing I like to talk about, guys, and I'm just going to ask you because I'm kind of mixed up here. What's happening? What the hell is going on in Florida? Yeah, I'm trying to figure it out, guys, and maybe somebody out there can help bring me more up to speed. I'm looking at an article here, and it says that Republicans' attempt at interfering with the Florida recount seems to be failing. Now, we know this is about the Florida election. We know this is about DeSantis and Gillum and about Scott and Nelson, right? And the recount that's going on there. And it's also about the Broward County Board of Elections, the supervisor, Brenda Snipes. It's also about Tim Canova and his candidacy against Debbie Wasserman Schultz, and just a whole bunch of cluster bomb of I don't understand. Now, this is one of the things that bother me about it. We've been sounding the alarm on Broward County and the way that they handle elections in Florida. I know I have for at least 2 years. Others have been talking about it even before I have. So 3 years of people bringing attention to the operation, the dereliction of duty, the lack of judgment, the irresponsibility, the negligent activity of the Broward County Board of Elections under the auspices of Brenda Snipes. Now, I've seen people try to make excuses for Brenda Snipes because, well, they think she's being picked on. Nah, she's not being picked on. She's incompetent as hell. What is true is that Rick Scott, when he was governor, and he still is because they haven't traded places yet, Rick Scott should have removed her from her position. Rick Scott chose not to remove Brenda Snipes from her position. But that does not mitigate Brenda Snipes doing a horrible job as Broward County Board of Elections supervisor. It does not lessen her responsibility, nor should it serve as cover the fact that Jeb Bush is the one that hired her, and Rick Scott is the one who wouldn't fire her. That don't have anything to do with Gillum or Nelson or anybody else. That has to do with Jeb Bush, that has to do with Rick Scott, and that has to do with Brenda Snipes. But when we talk about the Florida people, right, the Floridians should want all votes to count, right? They should not want an election that has been messed with or muddled with or interfered with or stolen or ripped off by either side. So now, listen, man, I understand there are people out there who hate both sides. Like you may hate the Democratic Party or you may hate the Republican Party. This isn't about that. This is about truth. And if there are votes out there that haven't been counted, which we know there are, somebody got to be held accountable for it. I will defend and fight. I will defend victims, and I will fight back against bigotry, racism, corruption, sexism. I will fight back against blatant hypocrisy when I see it, regardless who does it. Florida is horrific. Their elections are a sham, and a shame. Like a wham sham, ShamWow, wham chow. Like they're horrible. We need to hold people responsible for their part in it. I don't think that Brenda Snipes worked alone, nor do I think she's just so inadequate and so incompetent that things just keep happening. Like mistakes just keep happening. Oh, I made a mistake. I think Brenda Snipes is corrupt, and I think people know it. And I think they have a corrupt system in Florida. And it's sort of like it was with the Wisconsin kids who said, hey, we weren't doing a Nazi suit. We were just saying bye with a straight arm. We know when we're being lied to. We know we're being lied to. But unlike those kids who are lying, you don't have an excuse. You've been here long enough to know better, and you should be held accountable. So that's what I think about Florida. I'm not on either side of any, any political party as regards to who should get what. I just think that if I vote, I want my vote to count. Now, if votes keep showing up and they just happen to be Democratic votes, well, you know what? That's on Rick Scott. Governor Rick Scott should have got rid of Brenda Snipes and the whole crew a long time ago. And for whatever reason, he chose not to do it. Now, this is what you call roosters coming home to roost. So get the roosting. All right, guys. I'm Tim Black for TBTV. Don't forget, if you want to send hate mail, send it to I Could Give a Damn at TimBlackTV.com. Also, if you got story ideas, you can send them to Tim at TimBlackTV.com. Those I will read. All right, guys. Don't forget, if you got Roku, I'm on Roku now. That's right. Black independent media on Roku. Give it up for Tim Black TV. Find me on Roku, add me, and rate my show, rate it highly as well. What else, guys? Is anything else I'm missing? Oh, yeah. I don't want to, you know what? I'm not going to feed the trolls. There are some trolls in this house. There's some trolls in this house. There's some trolls in this house. There's some trolls in this house. I'm trying to tell y'all, man, I be getting trolled like a mofo. It's amazing what people will say, what people will do, right, when you don't do what they want you to do. Boy, you people are funny. But you know what? We're going to keep on speaking truth to power around here. And we ain't going to kiss nobody's ass around here. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're going to do. So look, guys, I love you. I'll see you tomorrow. More news coming your way. This show will be restreamed at midnight. Yeah, at midnight. So if you missed part of it, don't worry. I'll be back at midnight, then again at 2 a.m. And then I think I'm going to start running shows every couple of hours, restreams of the shows. So we're back in a big way, and I'll see you on the next one. If you like the Tim Black Show, you enjoy watching it, well, now you can watch us on Roku. That's right. Go to Roku and get your Tim Black TV fix. Go Roku, Tim Black TV, and I'll pop right up. Same shows you watch on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, now available on Roku. Oh, and make sure you leave a review. A good one. Peace. Simple. All right, so check this out, guys. If you like the Tim Black Show, YouTube has a new thing there. Now you can watch us on Roku. That's right. Go to. This might actually be good, though. It might be. Right? Might be good for you. Might be good for me. Good for both of us. It's called memberships. Oh, come on, man. Is that really necessary? All it means is that you are now officially a part of what's going on. You officially support what you already watch. You got Hulu, you got Netflix, right? You got Amazon Prime, you got, man, you might even have cable. Listen, here on the Tim Black Show, we do something other channels don't do. We really get creative. We try to tell our story with comedy, with entertainment, but we also try to keep it as real as possible. We're not afraid to talk about tough subjects. We call it like we see it. About 6 years ago, I started this channel, and the whole idea was news for people who can't stand the news. To become a member today, and if you do that, listen, it's only $4.99 a month. You get perks, such as, hey, special content nobody else is gonna get. Because see, if you're a member of this show, you family. So family, we say things to each other. We don't tell the rest of the world. It's a community. Also, we're going to have emojis and badges, loyalty badges, show how long you've been a member so people know in the community this person's been around for a while or this person's new, show them some love. We also got emojis for statements and sayings that we say a lot, like sprinkle some facts on. Don't let nobody take your cornbread. So anyway, listen, become a member. You never know what's going to show up or happen on the Tim Black TV show video. Anything can happen, right? You ain't expect that, right? Do it today, become a member. And if you can't become a member for some crazy reason, I don't know, maybe you already support so many shows you already watch, I get it. Just keep me in mind and just know I'm going to continue to put out all my content. I hope that you change your mind, become a member. You'll find a link somewhere around here where you can do that. Do that today, all right? I got nothing but love for you until we talk again. Remember, don't you let nobody take your cornbread and sprinkle some facts on it. Thanks for watching. Oh, and share this with a friend.